we evolved from lower life forms. And he used to teach secularism. Where are they today? Where is their empire today? Where is their tanks today? Where is their great orators today? Where are their statues today? You have seen them crumble. Why have they crumbled? Because their message deep down is not a message which resonates with human beings. Because a message that resonates with human beings, it can never die. A message which deep down resonates with human beings is a message which will never die, and it will continue to flourish. And this book, this is not a book of terrorism. This is not a book of beheading. This is not a book of killing. This is a letter from the Lord of the world to you. And this letter, it contains in it information that will give you peace of heart, which will give peace to your soul, which will give you bliss in the hereafter, and it will make you understand that there is no good, there is no evil. Nothing happens to you in your life except it happens by the permission of the Creator. And for you to understand, as God says in the Quran, that He did not create creation except to worship Him alone. And the Creator is nothing like the creation. The Creator is one. The Creator is unseen. The Creator is eternal. The Creator is nothing like a human being or nothing like that what we can imagine. Regardless of what atheists tell you, regardless of all those people who try and say, we believe in science, so we don't believe in God. Regardless of what they say, this is the truth. And how do you know it's the truth? Look at your own life. Look at the way that you live. Look at the last 24 hours of your life. Were the last 24 hours of your life purely for survival and reproduction? Was the last 24 hours of your life purely to make more children and survive? Of course not. You have higher goals, you have higher ambitions, you believe in civilization, you believe in morality, you believe in ethics, you believe in rule of law, you believe in all these things. But with atheism, with agnosticism, with these disbelieving systems, you cannot have any of those. So there is no such thing, and let me repeat this as a challenge to anyone that's here that is an atheist. There is no such thing as an atheist humanist.
I'm an atheist.
There is no such thing as an atheist humanist. Do you believe you can be good without God?
Yes, of course you can.
How can you be good without God?
Of course you can.
How?
Because we can all respect each other.
So what's that based on?
Just the way you're brought up. It's good to respect and love
Just
each
the
other.
way you were brought up?
Yes.
Why, if you were brought up in Nazi Germany, would you go around killing Jews?
No, hang a minute. I was not even thought of all those many years ago. So we don't have to be religious to have a good life. You don't have to be religious to respect each other.
There is no God without, there is no good without God.
So you think I'm a bad person?
No, I'm saying something different. There is no right, there is no wrong. Good and bad is an illusion of the genes if there's no God.
No, I mean that's nonsense. Look, how do you know there's a God exists? How do you know?
Before we get to that, I am making a claim, and I want you to let me know whether that claim is incorrect. There is no such thing as an atheist humanist, because from an atheist perspective, all you can say about right and wrong is it's an illusion to help you survive. That's the best answer you guys have.
No. If you're brought up well by your mother and father...
You'd speak louder, sir.
If you're well brought up by your mother and father, they will teach you what is right and what is wrong. That's got nothing to do with religion.
Sure, sir. Let me take your criteria. Your criteria is it depends on what your mother and father taught you.
Well, they bring you up.
Sure.
And then you learn from there.
Sure. What if you have a mother and a father that teaches you running over small children with lawnmowers is okay?
Why would my mother and father teach me that?
What I'm trying to get to, sir, is this. If you say right and wrong is based on social conditioning, then if the social conditioning is different, then something bad will become good.
No. Hang on a minute. We're all from different places in this world. We're all from different backgrounds. We're all from different religions. We're all from different social statuses. And the people around you, your family and your friends, they teach you what is right and what is wrong. And then and then we all know. I mean, killing is wrong. don't. We know that is wrong.
Based on what? From an atheist perspective, based on what?
I mean, why pain? Why inflict pain on others? Why inflict pain on people?
I agree. What I'm saying is, as an atheist, how can you justify that?
Because I'm told that it's not good to hurt
Sure,
other
what if you were
people.
told something different?
Why would you be I mean, everybody knows killing is wrong, yeah?
Okay, sir, let me ask you a question. You exist today in 2018.
Yes?
If you existed 100 years ago, would your morals have been different?
Well, I can't speak for 100 years ago. I mean, life was different then, wasn't it?
Right. 500
Okay.
years ago, were morals in Europe different?
Over time, everything has changed.
Sure. So morals 500 years ago are different to today.
You know, but here in this country, in the United Kingdom, we all know what is right and what is wrong. Well, hopefully we do. And we should try and live with each other and respect each other's different views on life.
Sir, I don't disagree with you with your ethic. I'm asking you to justify it. There's a difference. I can say, for example, I can say as an atheist I believe in reason, right?
Yes.
But as an atheist, you cannot trust your reason. There's a difference.
So
I'm not
what makes
saying
you right
I'm not
and me
saying
wrong?
you as a person, I'm disagreeing with your ethic. What I'm saying to you is this, sir.
Okay.
I'm saying to you, how can you justify good or right or wrong or morality or civilization using atheism? You can't.
Yes, you can, because it's what your family teaches you. So
If your family,
your views on life,
sir, give me something which is you believe objectively right.
Well, we should respect our neighbours.
You should respect your neighbours. Okay, do people in the world teach something different to that?
Well, not in my world.
Right, okay.
But
In your world, forget it. Let's look at, say, Sub-Saharan Africa. Is
I
there
don't know much
possible
about
that...
Sub-Saharan Africa.
Okay,
but
sir, is it possible that somebody teaches you not to be good to your neighbour?
that is possible,
Right,
but that's got nothing...
so if you hold the belief as an atheist, being good to your neighbour is good, and somebody else believes being bad to your neighbour is good, how do you decide between the two worldviews?
You have to make your own sensible decision. You don't need to be guided.
But what criteria is that based on?
Common sense.
Right, now common sense is what the Nazis were using their own master race theory. They believed they were the master race. They believed they had to wipe out the subhuman races. They were applying social Darwinism. They were using their common sense. They were the most advanced civilization on Earth at the time. They invented V2 rockets, they invented jet engines, nuclear technology, they're ahead of the rest, most of the world. So, being intelligent, using common sense can lead you down a rabbit hole.
When the human being is, if there's any bad in the world, it's the human being generally. It's not the animal kingdom killing people, it's not the animal kingdom other than eating.
That's not true.
No,
That's not true at all.
The animal kingdom, if you're a lion in the jungle, you kill to have your dinner. Yes? But there are many people, the human does often do bad things to its neighbour.
Sir, let me give you an example of the animal world. Do you know that sharks, before they're born, they kill their siblings in the womb?
Well, I didn't know that.
Right,
but,
tell me, is that murder?
But we are killing off the animal.
No, sir, I'm asking a question. When a shark, a baby shark,
Well, why would a baby shark do that?
before it's born, when it kills its sibling, is it committing murder?
Because it's weak? Is it done because it's weak? Is it done because it's weak?
Sorry?
Is it done because it's weak?
That's an irrelevant question. My question is it murder?
I don't know the circumstances, but let's ask
That's
this.
the point, sir. That's the point. From an atheist perspective, you don't have an answer.
I'm bad and you're good, yes?
No, sir, I am not saying I'm good and you're bad. I'm saying something different. I'm saying good and bad and right and wrong and civilization and morality and rule of law makes no sense under atheism.
Well, it makes sense to me.
But you haven't justified it. You've made statements, but you haven't justified it.
I was brought into this world, I wasn't introduced to any religion at all, and I believe I lead a good life. So
Sure,
I don't need
sir, that's social conditioning. That's social conditioning.
Okay, but religion is social conditioning.
Sir, even if religion was purely social conditioning, it doesn't mean atheism has an answer to right and wrong.
No, there's not necessarily an answer in religion or atheism.
There is.
No.
God is the answer to morality.
No, that's your opinion.
From an atheistic point of view, there's no right and wrong.
That's rubbish. Absolute rubbish.
How
Why
do
do
you
you
know
think
that
that's
God
it?
exists?
It doesn't mean you don't have a morality because you're an atheist. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm saying something different.
Not at all.
Okay. Do you believe in right and wrong?
That's got nothing to do with atheism.
I don't know. I believe in relative right and relative wrong. What is wrong for one social group is right for another.
That's true.
Perfect. That's atheism for you.
No, it's not atheism.
Okay,
That's the only answer atheism needs to.
Atheism. If you do certain things in some countries, it's taboo. Finish. You can't mention, for example, you can't name your son after a living person. They have to be dead. It's taboo. You broke the bag. Here, who cares?
Right. So, sir.
So it's nothing to do with atheism.
So when you, sure. I'm asking something, right? So say you have a society which says naming our children a living person is bad. Another society said it's good. As an atheist, how would you decide between the two? Exactly. I agree with you totally.
It's not your job to.
I agree with you totally. And that's what that's.
Neither is its religious
No.
either.
Sir, I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about God here.
What's got God to do with it? It's like saying God is a leaf or God controls my breakfast cereal. It's got nothing to do with it.
It does, sir. It does. So let me explain how it does. God is the objective. He's the one who gives us an objective criteria for right and wrong. And from an atheist perspective,
That's your belief, not mine.
sir, let me just say this point, and you can challenge me if you want. The concept that we are taught today of
Who's we?
in society today,
Which society?
Western society, this world today.
There isn't a particular society. They're all
Okay,
different societies.
the way we are brought up here in London,
I'm not brought up differently from you. I can tell you that for a start.
no problem. So let me give you my view.
Ah, your view. That's
My view,
Now, listen to
right? And let's see if you guys want to challenge it. We are taught, I am taught, I was taught, there is such a thing as evolutionary humanism. You can be a human being who believes in right and wrong and good things and be an atheist. And what I'm saying is that's total garbage.
That's not.
I'll tell you why. Right and wrong is like color perception. That leaf is not green. Green is the color that bounces back at me.
Well, if you're colorblind.
So a dog, exactly, a dog will see that maybe as gray or something else. So morality is nothing but an illusion of the genes to help you survive.
No. Morality depends on the society in which you're brought
And
up.
also your individuality.
I agree. I'm not saying anything different to that. So where we disagree?
Suggesting that
You're saying
and we're wrong.
You're saying that
Yes, I am, yeah.
there is an absolute right. There is no absolute right.
Why am I wrong?
You're wrong in thinking that an atheist can be a humanist. It can be a good person.
Okay.
Because can believe in good, sorry. Because from an atheistic perspective, right and wrong, good and bad, rule of law, morality, ethics, civilization is an illusion.
Because you aren't.
What you don't understand is
you're
that
talking rubbish.
atheism
Absolute rubbish.
has got nothing to do with morality.
No, I agree.
Has got nothing to do with chemistry.
No.
It has got nothing to do
cannot
with
justify
evolution. No, because it is an answer to one specific
Do you believe
question.
in God? No.
It's like saying, for instance, what can biology teach us about astrophysics? Nothing, because it's not. They're completely different questions. Atheism is whether there's God or not, right?
Do I believe
That's
in
it.
mermaids?
Sure. Yeah.
No.
It's got nothing. So it is beyond the purview of
Exactly.
atheism to have a view on anything. It does not. Because I'm an atheist, it doesn't give me a view on a tree. That would be humanist or evolutionary or whatever. That would not be. That would have nothing to do with atheism.
Nothing.
That tree would still be every single thing in my life.
So
It
you
is not
believe
involved whether it is God or not. Has got nothing to do with my atheism. It doesn't make any strictures one way or another.
I heard you the first
You can be a nice atheist,
So-
you can be a bad atheist. Yeah.
Do you believe that belief have implications?
Yes.
So, I'm just asking you a pure
Yeah.
question here.
Yeah.
The consensus amongst evolutionary psychologists.
You don't know them all. You don't know them all.
I haven't said anything
What are
yet.
you calling an
You
evolution?
can't speak for a group
No.
of people you do
No,
not know.
what are you calling
Okay,
an
sure.
evolutionary
But if I'm-
So if you some
No, I'm going to say a consensus.
it's not true.
I'd say there's no such thing as an
There
evolutionary
is
psychologist. Anyway.
no such thing.
Okay, I agree with you there because for other reasons.
Yeah.
But evolutionary psychology as a general field.
What is evolutionary psychology?
Okay.
It doesn't exist.
Sir, okay, look, what it does is this. It looks at the evolution of our psychology, of our morals, of our belief systems. Well, they do that, it's a field.
Yes, but that's funny in
science.
when you don't. That would just be the history and philosophy of psychology. That would not be the evolution. Because you add in the evolutionary thing, that is adding an extra concept where you can chuck in religion, and you can chuck in views, and you can chuck in everything else. Basically, you are talking the history of psychology. You are not talking okay, it does evolve in a certain way, but what you're using the word evolution as and trying to sort of, in a strange way, to go, oh well, if we got evolution in the whole business, then it's got to be anti-God or whatever. So the history. If you just said the history of psychology, or the history of morality, or the history of whatever, fine. But if you go the evolution, you're then putting in this extra thing that doesn't exist in evolution, which is the fact that evolution is working. This idea that evolution is working towards a point or a goal, which it isn't.
I agree.
Yeah. But I just think your wording, you're trying to obfuscate.
No, but firstly, let me break down each step, because I don't want to. Maybe if I say 2-3 things, you'll challenge each one. Firstly, there is such a field as evolutionary psychology.
Yeah, but I don't know what it means.
Yes.
One at a time. So
He doesn't know what it means.
the field exists, yes or no?
I doubt it.
Okay. It does. You can look it up.
What does it mean?
Okay.
Tell us. What does it mean?
I hope you don't hate me with this thing. What it basically means is this. It means when psychologists are trying to look at the evolution of our brain and the way that we look and the way that we actually behave and why we actually behave in this particular way. And the most predominant view in evolutionary psychology is the view of the selfish gene, the famous Richard Dawkins view, which is that we exist and all of our actions fundamentally is about survival of our genes, or a maladaptation of them. Not an organism, the genes, right? So for example, something like rape would be explained by evolutionary psychologists as a survival mechanism for evolutionary losers.
No.
That's the field I'm speaking about.
You can't equate what people do, like the average person, with what is really going on. The evolutionary psychologist, you put it to me, is an absurdity.
Yes, but we're beyond the biology.
The biology is so complex in the brain.
I mean, people have been trying this, and I mean,
still not understood.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those slightly sort of dodgy bits of science where there's nothing proved on either side, because you're basically saying because men are big and hairy, we have dominance over women or whatever, because we're the more powerful ones. That's now slightly out the window. I mean, since women have been able to get guns, they're more, their ability to be more equal is sort of more in this country they are legally equal.
No, I'm actually speaking. I agree with you totally.
So it's a very dodgy.
No, sir, I agree with you totally. You can't get a value from a fact, right? You can't get a value from a fact. So what I mean is, just because the supposed theory says that we evolved in this way doesn't make us right or wrong.
It's hypothesis, not theory.
We agree there.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm actually speaking about is something slightly different. I'm not speaking about can we get values from facts. What I'm speaking about is this. According to evolutionary psychologists, right and wrong is an illusion to help you survive. That's all it is.
Illusion for everyone. So
It was.
No, that is the view.
No,
they're wrong.
I agree they're wrong. I agree.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, from the way that we are taught today, the idea of evolutionary humanism.
Who's we?
Nobody's taught evolutionary humanism. Nobody's taught.
Okay, are we not taught humanism?
Humanism, but not this evolutionary thing.
But the thing is, look,
we've got it right. We started off with a whole bunch of other religions who had an idea on it. Nobody could get anything correct. So, yeah, okay, well, that's your point of view. But if you have you've got a Christian perspective, you've got a sort of Hawaiian sort of a perspective, you've got all these other perspectives. You're in there. The actual how we got here is not important. It's what we do now. This is why this sort of modern sort of humanism started with the idea of going, forget where you come from. let's just work out a bunch of rules that will suit everybody, so you don't know the rule before you start. So your game, the game of life, is started where you have a rule. You don't know which cards you're going to pick up. You don't know whether you're going to be disabled, you don't know whether you're going to be poor, you don't know whether you're going to be rich, you don't know whether you're going to be gay. So you make the rules, you don't know whether you're going to be a paedophile. So you have a bunch of cards, and everyone's got to agree before the beginning of the game. Before the beginning of the game, where are you? Should we make a rule against somebody being a paedophile? And the answer is yes. Or at least the actions of a paedophile, rather. Not, they can't be what's in your head. And you don't know if somebody's going to be gay or not.